As you've probably heard by now, a dupe has been discovered in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Not only does it copy the Pokemon, but the item it is holding. On top of that, people are getting access to Shaymin early by going out of bounds via a surf glitch with trainer interactions. It's weird, but you can actually make it to the area where Shaymin is, and you don't need Oak's letter to spawn it in, so people are running away with duplicated Pokemon and early access to Shaymin, and that is what we're going to be talking about in this video. Now, here's the thing about duping Pokemon. You can't do it. It's cheating. If you're thinking like, oh, but it's in the game so I can get away with duping, nah, you might as well be using PK Hex at that point because it is not allowed by the Pokemon Company, and we have years of history backing this up because there was a daycare Pokemon dupe in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Is it still possible to get a God Egg? What do you mean by God Egg? Well, there's eggs that are used for duplication. You leave them in the nursery, have a full party, swap Pokemon, and then when you take out the egg, it duplicates the Pokemon. But those don't exist anymore. They were quickly patched out because the Pokemon Company is actively against duping, and that's also why whenever you go to trade, you get this. If a communication error occurs or your system gets turned off while you're trading, you won't be able to trade Pokemon for a while. Now, trade duping exists in Generation 4 through the GTS and has technically always been in Pokemon because there's going to be a little bit of discrepancies between the trading systems and like saves and stuff, but with the GTS, that's kind of where it became big in Generation 4. Also, Generation 4 trading, if a player is trading Pokemon and one of the Nintendo DS systems is turned off at a certain time, Pokemon that was traded to the game that was not turned off will appear in both players' parties. However, this glitch is very difficult to perform and quite commonly corrupts save data. There are reports that this method is effective in Generation 5, but no such reports are confirmed. There was also GTS duping and trading weirdness in Generation 6, but the thing is, in every Pokemon game, the devs have worked to either remove a duping method or try to make it harder to accomplish. However, you just can't get over the Wi-Fi and manipulation efforts, which is why this exists. Because the devs have tried. Like, Game Freak has tried to get rid of dupe trading for a while, and then this is the best way of slowing it down, because if you disconnect, then you're timed out, so even if you're successful in dupe, you can't mass dupe, and if you fail, then you're just losing time, and then you can't perform it again. So that is why this occurs, because the Pokemon Company doesn't want duping. They've also taken recent measures in the most recent Pokemon game to stop duping, and it was the same thing as what we see in Pokemon, well, not the same, but the same idea in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, using a lot of weirdness to trick the daycare interface into duping a Pokemon. But as we can see, the Pokemon Company doesn't want you cloning Pokemon. That shouldn't be a stretch, that shouldn't be a big surprise, it's common sense, but because of that, it's not a legal dupe. You can't get away with duping. Now, a big problem is that the Pokemon community is massively entitled, and it feels like a majority of the community supports cheating, potentially just being a very, very large majority, going so far as defending hacked Pokemon from video game championship world champions, and then just allowing them or supporting them in hacking their systems using illegal emulations and ROMs and stuff. The Pokemon community is so spoiled, backwards, and toxic that you will be attacked as a legitimate player because no one wants to work for the things, and then supported and defended if you are a cheater and a hacker. And it's still that way to this day, but long story short, no, that does not entitle you to duping Pokemon. It also means that if you receive a Pokemon that's suspicious, like a Master Ball legendary Pokemon or a 6IV Ditto, it's cheated. You can't breed with cheated Pokemon. The Pokemon Company has come out and made that stance. The Pokemon Company has confirmed that if you receive a hacked Pokemon and breed with it, those Pokemon are considered cheated even if you didn't know that the Pokemon you received are hacked. All of the offspring are no different than cheated Pokemon, so you might as well be cheating at that point. There is no justification, it's still against the rules, because, surprise, the Pokemon Company doesn't want you hacking their games for any reason. Weird. Also, WolfGlick ended up deleting this tweet, so yeah, he was in the wrong too. Big surprise. He's just so arrogant at this point because he knows he can get away with cheating because the Pokemon community is so stupid. Everything is broken, and it's just trash. But again, no dupes allowed. That's it. However, not all glitches are created equal. Some are mysteriously allowed or like soft blocked by the Pokemon community. So that's the thing, like we go through all of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Time skipping, not patched, but the God Egg duping was patched. So that does kind of suggest that time skipping was allowed at all states, and the Pokemon Company is cool with it. Also, even though, like, Pokemon Sword and Shield weren't directly made by Nintendo, Nintendo allows time skipping in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So time skipping seemed to be the okay way to go, even though it's technically a glitch or an exploit. Then we can also go back to the Virtual Console for Generation 1, because they made it to where you couldn't transfer Missing No, illegal Pokemon moves like the classic Fly Kangaskhan, and you also couldn't just transfer regular Mew glitches, so that wasn't allowed. However, using Missing No on your save file and then using that to obtain Pokemon or get level 100s or extra items, that wasn't blocked. So the Poke Transporter allowed certain things from the Missing No glitch, and then explicitly disallowed other things from the Missing No glitch. It could lead to some weird side effects to where the Pokemon being removed, like let's just say it's not transferring Missing No because it's not going to try to like fit that into the Poke Transporter, it would shift all of the Pokemon by one, and then you would get some weird name things. So I had a Slowbro before or after the Marowak, but because the Missing No got removed, it shifted like Slowbro's name over into the Marowak, but it still transferred. So the game saw that I had Missing No in my box, but did not forbid me from transferring Pokemon out of my Virtual Console game. There was also no statement from Nintendo or the Pokemon Company saying that you weren't allowed to Missing No at all, or else you would be locked out of transfer. So this is kind of like one of those things where it's like, well, through inaction, we can see which glitches are allowed or what you can get away with. So it's like, okay, you were allowed to Missing No glitch in Generation 1 Virtual Console, you're allowed to time skip in Pokemon Sword and Shield, but every instance of duping has been, like, actively fixed, or just like, hey, you're not allowed to dupe. Like, we're going to do everything we can to limit it, because the dupe is just so inherent to Wi-Fi and trading and connectivity and stuff that it can't be fixed. But again, long story short, no duping allowed. That's where we get into the weird area with Shaymin. The reason why I didn't make a Shaymin video is I don't know where this lands. That this is probably one of the most gray area glitches in all of Pokemon. Now, I want to be clear, this is not the Void Glitch. People have been like, oh man, you can still Void Glitch to get Shaymin. No, that's not how it works at all. You go surf out of bounds because Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shine Pearl has some weirdness, and then the similar idea that everything is loaded and you can just walk on over to like Shaymin and Darkrai. I haven't like looked more into it on like if people have already found out a path to getting Darkrai or something, but you can just walk on over to Shaymin, and then that's where things get weird because it hasn't been officially distributed. So it's not really an official Pokemon. And I also don't know if there's going to be any punishment for players that end up catching Shaymin and then taking the game online if the system is like, hey, this Pokemon cannot exist, so we're not going to allow it, and maybe even punish players that have Shaymin on their team. We have seen in Pokemon Sword and Shield to where if you have too many illegal Pokemon, or you're explicitly targeting illegal Pokemon through distributions and hacks and like hack dens and stuff, you can actually be punished even though you have not modded the save yourself, because, surprise, the Pokemon Company doesn't want any cheating anywhere, and if you receive too many cheated Pokemon, it can flag you and ban you, and that is 100% fair, because you don't accidentally end up with a full box of hacked Pokemon. You have to seek this stuff out. Receiving a Shaymin, Darkrai, or Arceus, everyone knows that those Pokemon are not available. The Wonder Trade isn't open, and I'm pretty sure the Wonder Trade just blocks mythical Pokemon anyway, so you don't get into these shenanigans. So it puts us like in a really unique situation of like, is this allowed or not? And I don't have an answer, and that's kind of the thing. Like, people are like, oh man, Pokemon Sword and Shield time skipping might as well be cheating, and then it didn't get patched out, and then didn't get patched out, and then didn't get patched out. But you also just kind of have to use common sense, which is severely lacking in the Pokemon community, as I've proven over almost a decade now, that using common sense, like, how much do you get out of the glitch? Time skipping, little bit of effectiveness, helps out. If anything, it like keeps up with the massive amount of hacking, or like helps you not fall behind to hackers as much. Duping is just straight up a cheat action. That's what cheat devices do. That's what you, like, that's just cloning in a save mod or something. So that makes, that's just a lot more clear where it's like, yeah, that's obviously not allowed, or it should be obvious that's not allowed and not legal in any way, and will probably be patched out very soon, but taking advantage of it while it's available doesn't make it okay, because the Pokemon Company has made a strong stance against duping over many generations and many Pokemon games and stuff. So that's the weird thing. Again, like, just be aware of all the Pokemon. Now, it's the same rules as Pokemon Sword and Shield. If someone just giving you a legendary or master balls or gold bottle caps, I don't even know if gold bottle caps are in this game. I think it's just regular bottle caps. But if they're just giving you like really good stuff, it's cheated in some way. It's either a straight up save mod or it's a clone, which is not allowed. You're not going to get a 5 IV Ditto for free because it takes too long, especially a 6 IV Ditto or a shiny Ditto or a Masuda Method Ditto. All of that's going to be cheated. And you might as well be PK hexing at that point or just straight up commissioning hacks. The Shaymin glitch, though, is a pretty simple out of bounds that people just kind of naturally discovered. Like, with the dupe, like with the daycare dupe, you can see that someone was trying really hard to break the game and force a dupe because it existed in Pokemon Sword and Shield. With this, it's like, wait, I tried to use surf, a trainer saw me, and then I was surfing on land, and I surfed out of the wall. Can I make it to Shaymin? Oh snap, I can. So that's like another thing, it's like how simple and the dupe is, because when it came time skipping Pokemon Sword and Shield, like, that's natural gameplay. Are these things possible with natural gameplay, and then what do you get out of it? So it's like, yeah, this is an unavailable Pokemon. Void glitching in Diamond and Pearl was an unallowed glitch, but this is not the Void glitch. But it still gets you access to unobtainable Pokemon, which, if the system was more robust and cared more, would get flagged and have potential punishment, or maybe has potential punishment and we don't know about it yet. So I'm thinking that the surf glitch is so gray, that's a do at your own risk, but more on the side of caution, like, I wouldn't risk having a Shaymin on my save file, even though it doesn't seem like this is the most disallowed glitch that we've seen in Pokemon. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the video. I wanted to talk about some of the major glitches going on, since a lot of misinformation is being spread about them. I just find it weird that every dupe has been like actively patched or hindered, and then people find a new dupe and they're like, woo, it's legal, when it isn't. So I guess you can't stop the Pokemon community from being fraudulent and clickbaiting and all kinds of stuff like that. So we'll see how it ends up going, but hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.